Welcome to Tony's online tuning class. Our hope is to help you make positive changes in your life with these recordings by providing you with guided messages from Spirit. This tuning class will give you the means to enhance your energy through the use of tuning forks, crystals, meditation, and distance healing. These energy-driven classes do not alter or shift your energies, but to help you release outdated thoughts and beliefs from your past to help you feel lighter. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your vibrational growth with us. What happens when this chakra, why is it so important? Because of this intelligence, it blends the spirit part of it to your body. And that gives you that level of just knowing things, that everything's going to be fine. Nobody has to tell you that your son or daughter is okay at a party and they're like a half an hour over their curfew. You just feel it. Yeah, they are late, but I'm getting there okay, because you're tapping into that. Everything's fine. When a person is not tapped in, right away they think they must have an accident. They're in the ditch somewhere bleeding. Because right away some energies go right there because they're not tapping into that energy. Everything is in a knee-jerk reaction. So when we are tapped into that, we're much calmer. We're much more insightful. We're wiser. You could say we're wiser because there's no fear that comes in. Fear is not a psychic ability. That actually waters it down. Worry is not a psychic ability. The fact that we are tapping into this, you say, no, I don't know why, but I'm getting there okay. I'm just getting it's going to be fine. And some of us come in as we're not supposed to fit in at all. Not in the human world anyway. In the whole fitting in is when you tap into this universal energy, you'll know, okay, this is where I need to change the world in my street. How can I make an impact in my life with what I do? And this astral energy is where it tells you, and you just feel that sometimes what we are coming in at is just to make yourself happy, is just to get yourself centered. And perhaps in the next life, you'll be doing something more expansive. But in all cases, you're always asking, what do I need to do to be a better person? When you ask those questions, how can I be better? There's always going to be little answers that'll come in. And this is where it comes from, this astral energy, because it sees you in this incredible light. You are all so powerful. This wave that we keep referring to has an incredible power, and it's pushing you forward. And that's where this is an amazing life. However, in one of our segments that's coming up in our podcast, we're launching that on March the 1st. One of the segments there, we talk about what does it mean to be spiritual? And really what it means is a lot of people think that as soon as I become spiritual and I make this commitment, my life is going to be peace, going to be harmonious. Okay, that's not always the case. Imagine what it would be like if no matter what happened around you, it never fazed you because you were always on target. You knew you were being loved. You know people will love you and you have something to offer at any moment. It's always when our mind thinks that, oh, we didn't get that job. We must be something wrong with us. As soon as we go there, changes this astral energy because it's an exuding energy, remember. When you think you're really good, even though whether or not you are, it doesn't matter. But you have something to offer. There's that exuding energy that just goes out. And that's the attraction that a lot of these companies talk about in the law of attraction. That's why in many cases, it doesn't work for some people. Because in one sense, they're sending out this, I want to be wealthy, or I want to be successful. And in the back of their minds, I know I can't do it. I can't do it. And that waters it down. And what you're sending out, it's not as strong. That's why when people don't see things changing in a short time, that they think, oh, this isn't working, but I'm going to still do it just to show that it's working. And that's why for many people, it doesn't work. Because when they say you're sending out launches of desire, that's really what it needs to be, is that I know I'm awesome. And it's just a matter of time for it to come back to me. And you could see yourself on stage if you're a singer or a performer. You could see yourself in an art gallery that people want your paintings to be shown. You could see yourself on stage as a CEO getting the business person of the year. and so on and so on. When you see these things, that's what you're launching. And you just have to hold on to that because it's so delicate as it goes up through the dimensions to become manifested. But it's that positivity and it's that watering down sort of thing that we want to make sure that we don't get into. One of the things that really makes a big difference is sleep. Make sure that you're sleeping at least 6 hours, because in this particular chakra or this particular energy, it's not really a chakra, in this particular energy center that's part of you, it is really connected to the amount of times that you are actually connecting to this astral energy. In other words, just start connecting to your source energy as much as possible. And that will renew and sort of ground you in a sense where you're connected to that source. So important. It's just like a cell phone that is on battery or it's plugged in. If it's on battery, then you're not going to make that many calls because you're seeing the battery come down from 90 to 80 to 70 and it's depleting. And that's what your energies are doing actually. And so the question remains, would you leave home if your cell phone was at 20%? Most people wouldn't. They'll say, oh, okay, it's a good thing I have a charger in my car, or as soon as I get to work or where I'm going, I got to plug in my phone. We're doing that to our devices, but we don't do that to our energies. So many people have 5% or less in many cases in terms of connectivity. And then we wonder why we are having a hard time in really getting these messages. We're going to start the meditation. There's two things we're going to talk about. The first thing, as soon as I say that we're going to get into a color breathing, what Spirit wants you to do, this is the first time we've done it this way. In the color breathing, I want you to see yourself breathing in white light. It's almost like if you put yourself in a room and there's, let's say it's full of fog or there's lots of white in it. White light is the most powerful, and you're breathing it in. From your crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, solar plexus, you got your navel, and then your root chakra, almost like a flute. So you've got those openings, and out of those openings, I want you to bring out clear energy. So some people will be able to envision water coming out of everyone at the same time. So you're breathing in white light and breathing out this water or clear energy in all of your chakras at the same time. Because they were showing me this flute, and I hopefully that was clear. The next thing is we're going to use our glass of water, and what we're going to do, we're going to hold up the glass of water at one point. And so throughout the meditation, because once the meditation starts, I won't be talking. So I just sort of explained this ahead of time. At one point, I want you to hold up the glass of water and look through it like it's transparent, obviously. The glass is your body. The water is the energy inside of you. So if you were to look right through you, what do you see? I mean, we have secrets. We have things that maybe we're not very pleased with that we did, whether we're younger or whatever. We may have regrets. We may have things that we aren't really proud of doing. And Spirit is not really concerned about those. They're more concerned about the fact that you're holding on to those energies. You're holding on to the guilt and the regret. So that regret, you got to let go. Because when you look through your body, through that glass of water, you're going to see something in your stomach. So what you're trying to do is look through your body like that, and what do you see? You can see right through it. There's no secrets here. All this is going to be internal, and the whole idea is to release the guilt, the regret, anything you have, so that water is clear. Because when you have regret, you're holding on to that, whatever it was, your energy will show that. It'll show a gray mark, or you'll see actually a pebble in the water. This one person saw a pebble actually floating in the water, or you'll see an acorn or something. Whatever it is, Spirit is saying, how would you clear that? And there are many ways to clear that. Some people would take the water, put a strainer in there, and just simply take out the pebble with a strainer. Other people would say, well, no, it's on the outside of the glass, so I would wipe it down or something. So whatever it is for you to clear that and to get that out of there. The other act is what we call the process of dilution. And what that is if you have a clear thing of water the act or whatever you were thinking of is like a cloud and it's in the water. You really can't sort of clear it. The only way to clear that is to add more water and dilute that. So if it is like gray or black, the more water you add, it gets lighter and lighter, and eventually it'll be as clear as the other. Does that make sense?
Thank you for listening to my online tuning class. Give yourself 24 to 48 hours to process how you are feeling, which gives the body a chance to catch up on what you have cleared today. As these are powerful energy clearing classes that help relax our bodies and assist to reduce stress, if you know of anybody that could benefit from this for future classes, please spread the word. We are located on our Facebook page called Group Tuning Class with Tony, and until next time, namaste.